Hello, Leslie here. So I am pre-recording this video because I will most likely be either on my way to the airport or at the airport checking in for my inner island flight during sip and meditate time. But I did not want to leave you guys hanging because I do appreciate and love every chance that we get together and connect online for sip and meditate. And I believe this is the first one that I have not been able to do it live. So my apologies, but I still hope that you feel taken care of by this video. So now I'd like to invite you to take a few deep breaths with me in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. E ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e ina me au na no e au o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e ina me au na no e au o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai e ina me au na no e au o na mele e ho mai e ho mai e ho mai. And then the rooster crows. So that chant is called E ho mai, which means come here. And it's asking the ancestors, angels, spirits to come and be here with us during this time. And if we were meeting together, we would have already checked in. So let's just do a check-in with yourselves. And if you'd like to message me and let me know how you're doing, I would love that. But let's check in. How are you feeling today? How has your week been? What are the things that you accomplished this week that you're proud of? And it could be a big thing or a small thing. It could be you cleaned up something in your house. It could be you talked to a person and helped them. It could be you exercise every day. Whatever it is for you. Here we celebrate big things and small things, because every win is a win in my book and in our book, and we celebrate it all. One of the wins that I had this week was getting to interview my Auntie Sherry, and she is amazing, sweet woman, super heart-centered, which most of you guys are. I think I would really annoy people if they weren't heart-centered watching me. But anywho, I got to interview my Auntie Sherry, and it was just such an awesome interview. And I love hearing stories from our tribe members and learning where they were at before and where they're at now, and the progress that they've made in life overall and in health and wellness, because it was on Wellness Wednesday, and the steps that they took to get there. Transformation, just like a butterfly, doesn't happen instantaneously. It takes time, it takes practice, and it takes daily inspired actions every day add up to big results. So let's just honor ourselves and give each other a pat on the back. And I'm so proud of you for watching this video, for taking the time out to just sort of acknowledging yourself and the week that you've gone through, the maybe month you've gone through, as we're starting a new month very soon. Maybe the summer that you've gone through this year. Let's celebrate all of that, big and small. And also, I would like you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for. I like to do the practice of saying at least 3 gratitudes every day before my feet hit the floor, because that is one of the things that gets my day going, gets my energy up, my frequency up, my attitude right. If you look for blessings, you're going to see blessings. If you look for all the things that could go wrong, you'll find all the things that could go wrong. So I like to start my day on a positive note. So as we're here, I'd like you to just take some mindful breaths. I know we started with mindful breaths in the beginning. Deep breaths can really, really help soothe the soul. And I know I don't stop and take deep breaths as often as I should. In fact, when I was super stressed out and super anxious, I felt like my shoulders were like up to here all the time, and I could not relax because I was in survival mode and in trauma, to be quite honest. So now I make the conscious decision to remember to breathe deeply, because I still notice that when I do get anxious, I hold my breath and forget to breathe. And our breath connects us to our Creator. Our breath is not, we don't breathe because of something like, we didn't run a marathon so we get to breathe, or we didn't have $1 million in the bank so we get to breathe. It's like, no, we get to breathe because we're human beings, and the Creator graciously gives us breath every day, wakes us up every morning, and we never know when our last breath will be taken, right? So I like to, when I notice my breath, notice my breathing, notice what I'm noticing, I can also feel and hear, notice my heartbeat, notice my feet on the floor. I can notice sounds and smells around me, and sights. How would this world be without sight? My son actually, since we're here in Hawaii with some family, my son likes this game called Would You Rather. And he asks questions that are really thought-provoking, like, would you rather eat cake, or would you rather eat a brownie? That's not so thought-provoking, but one of the questions he asked was, would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories? And for me, I had to think about it, and I would love to know your guys' thoughts. My cousin Andre, who's 22, said right away, I'd rather lose my memory. I want to make sure I can see. And I mean, especially being in Hawaii, the colors are so vivid and so bright. There's green trees and bushes and plants everywhere. The flowers are beautiful. The smells of the flowers are beautiful. We went on a boat ride to Fern Grotto a couple days ago, and at the end of the boat ride, the skipper, I guess, one of the people working on the boat, gave us all some ginger. I thought I had my purse here. It smells so heavenly. Like, oh my goodness, I love that smell. And I'm gonna hold on to that smell in my mind for as long as I can, because that just brought me so much joy. Smelling the fresh ginger flowers. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what heaven feels like, smells like. But back to that question of, would you rather have your sight or lose your memory? I thought about it for a day or two, and then I came back and I said, actually, I think I would rather lose my sight. As much as I love the bright colors, as much as I love the lusciousness and seeing my loved ones' faces, I would be really sad and depressed if I lost my memories, if I lost knowing who these people are in my life. If I lost my memories, I would be heartbroken and depressed, just knowing myself. And if I lost my sight, I could still remember what green looks like, what blue looks like, and I could still remember all that stuff. And but it's just a thought-provoking question. What would you rather? Another question that I'd like to ask is, what would you love? What would you love? Like, what would you really love? Like, what's in your heart of hearts that just brings you joy every time you think of it? Every time you get that feeling like it's a possibility that lights you up inside. What is that? What is that thing? So for me, what would I love? I would love to have this gorgeous house in Hawaii with a garden. Would love to have an awesome relationship with Damien's dad and Damien. I would love, or I do love, having a tribe of awesome women that I help get better each day. I love to be confident in my own skin and rock any outfit that I choose. I would love to find the love of my life and have an awesome partnership together where we help each other shine in our best ways and complement each other in our great team. I would love to travel the world with my family. I would love to be thriving financially. I would love for all my credit balances to be at zero. I would love to be receiving $10,000 a month or more.